Hello, YouTube, Facebook, and the rest of the interwebs. Cuffy Proctor here with another update from the hospital. If you aren't in the United States, you refer to it as go to hospital, so go to the hospital. Anyway, I'm here at the hospital, or at hospital, with a pretty severe case of pancreatitis. So I've been hanging around here and watching things as they change over the last couple of days, and it is pretty amazing how many people have flourished into the tents and other areas to get tested. And luckily, I'm just completely different other end of the building, so I don't feel at high risk here. I'm sure the ventilator systems all introduce a lot of the same air and stuff, but whereas it's not primarily airborne and it only lasts in the air for so long, I feel pretty optimistic that I'm going to get out of here without catching the old COVID shuffle. So I do think that there has been some stuff that I have just kind of disconnected from the last couple of days on the internet, and mainly because I don't want to watch all of that stuff while I'm stuck in here. I know it's just getting worse day by day. It's just not gonna make me feel any better when my kid's at home, alone, scared because he doesn't know where I'm at. Well, I mean, he knows where I'm at, but he doesn't know when I'm coming home. And he has a rough idea, but the whole thing is really hard. But it just blows me away by how many people out there are still just acting like nothing is wrong. There are people here in this state right now that are under the age of 40 that are on ICU ventilators. So you really, really need to recheck your thought process. People without immunocompromised people that are just healthy, normal people. For example, a rock climber. I was just discussing this actually. We're not giving away information or any of that as to whether it's this or any other hospital, but a rock climber that are incredibly healthy, healthier than I'll ever be, right? 35 years old, ends up with pretty bad respiratory symptoms from COVID after they did the actual thing, and now he's in ICU and was transported to a different location from the original hospital he was at. So I know I'm leaving it kind of vague, but that's what I'm gonna do because out of respect for people and family and things. I already may have given away too much info, I don't know. All I know is that it's not just the 50 plus people out there. It's not just, I think we're gonna find a lot of people in this country that are 40 years old, 30 years old, that have diabetes and are just overweight, fat people that the McDonald's, all-stars are gonna have a real hard time fighting this thing. And I think that a lot of us aren't preparing for that. We think it's just gonna be fine, we're gonna walk through it. But I think a lot of you guys are just being very, I think you're being kind of, naive. And not even naive, really just kind of like, no. Dissonant, cognitively dissonant, because it's happening right in front of you. You can see all the facts. It's obviously not hyped up by the media. I mean, the media is not making it better, but it's not created by the media. Like, stop with that bullshit, dude. It's so tired. This is a real thing. It's affecting all of humanity right now, and how we act is how it's going to impact. Now, when I say we, you can't control what other people do. You can control you. So don't go panic buy. Keep yourself at home. Keep your safe distances. If you are going to meet with people, be really sure that those people have been also self-quarantining, and they have no risk of, and I say that lightly because I really think that everybody should just be sticking to themselves. But, be weary about it and be reasonable about it too. I'm not completely ridiculous like everybody else is saying that, You've got a handful of 20-year-olds that have all been in the same area, in the same part of the country, that all know that they've been nowhere near anybody, that have been self-quarantining. They all got together and had a self-quarantine party. I mean, I could be wrong here, and that's what the posts and comments are for. But I personally don't think there's any reason for anybody to have to go out and start intermingling with people right now. I think we can keep our social distancing, keep our safe distances, and all of that, aside from what we can't control. For example, I have my family watching my son right now. There really wasn't any other options. I couldn't bring him here. I can't even have visitors here because the hospital's so locked down. So yeah, I think that it's really important that we're thinking about those things, because it's not about you, man. It's not about your family either. It's about other people and their families who may have people who are immunocompromised, older folks, just newly born babies, stuff like that. So just try to think ahead, think of other people. Don't think of yourself. Even if you're a media conspiracist, whatever, just turn off the media, keep to yourself, but stay inside because it's real. And yeah, I'm sorry, but your life has to come to a halt. Your job doesn't matter enough. Your life doesn't matter enough. And I'm sorry, it's not more important than other people's lives. And if you don't like it, come at me, bro, because I just don't even care. I think you're wrong and probably a troglodyte who hasn't thought past their ability to even think around corners at a very basic level. I just have no stomach for people like that, because it's no compassion for the rest of the world. It's me, and fuck everybody else. So let's not be like that. Let's also not jump to the gun and assume that this is the end of the world. I'm 100% that this is not any type of end to humanity. But it is gonna definitely put a pretty big dip in our population. The world does these things sometimes. Maybe it's a way of keeping us in check, like a virus. The antibodies, we're the virus and we're getting out of hand. Reality TV shows for president, we're killing everything in the ocean. It's like, no, dude, I need to purge some of you. I don't know if that's true, and probably scientifically not at all founded in truth. Whatever. The point is, this is where we are now. We're in the midst of this thing. And shit, I'm right in the middle of friggin' petri dish of it. So you all can get past your attitudes and your ideas and shut up about going to the DMV, shut up about going to the friggin' mall. None of your things matter right now. Nothing you want to do matters right now. Stay at home by yourself. Go to the grocery store if you have to. Get your basic essentials if you haven't already done it. If you haven't, you're gonna have a hard time finding it now. Try to order food in. A lot of places are offering free delivery on DoorDash. If you didn't know, DoorDash is offering free delivery on certain places. A lot of businesses are doing that to try to help out. It is a huge benefit to them because they get to look like heroes and sell you their product. And two, it's a huge benefit to you because you don't have to pay anything extra other than the food. Wendy's was one of them that I saw. So just keep that in mind. These businesses want to keep going. We want to keep them going, but we also want to keep our economy going. We don't need to do that by going outside, period. Just stay in your house, relax, put everything off you've been wanting to put off for a long time, kick back, put on some RDR2 or whatever you want, video games, entire series of Gilmore Girls, whatever your jam is, just don't be an idiot, because there's no need for it. Also, stay in your home, because there's people like me who didn't have a choice. Like, I wanted to stay at home. I have to go out. I have to be in the freaking hospital with everybody else. And I just want to go home and see my kid. So there are other people out there that have to. And you think about how it feels to know that there's other people that don't have to. It sucks. It's like, I would much rather be you and not be anywhere and be home and not feel like garbage and be with my son, because he's scared as hell, So I leave you with this. Be kind to others. Empathy is the big takeaway from all of this. And I hope that Congress and these bill makers really listen to Yang and some really empathic approaches, because empathy is a real thing that needs to be practiced here through all of us. If you've got the last 2 things of toilet paper and someone's fighting you for it, I'm really sorry. Here you go. Fucking, you don't need it more than them. Whatever it is you think that you need, you don't. It's all material bullshit. Just practice empathy. Be nice. Open doors. If somebody falls down, try to help them. Pick up their stuff, even if it means you losing your stuff. Come on. We're better than this, and I know that you all feel the same way I do. Let's just try to be the best that we can be as human beings right now, instead of the worst, and decline into this, archaic method of being angry monkeys. We're not that anymore. And if we are that, we certainly don't deserve friggin' iPhones. So I absolutely hope you guys stay safe and stay positive. This was not a way to downtrodden anything. I just want people to be more empathic towards others, because this is a really tough time. Some people are dying alone, and it's sad and terrifying. But just think, spend time with your family, be happy, and reinforce those positivities to your kids. Above all, really, really take this time to recalibrate how you feel about your job, about your life, where you are in life. Recalibrate your everything. This is a good way to take a good long look at everything that's going on as a whole and in your life, and save it for another day to map out and address. But as always, I thank you for listening in, and appreciate you taking time to hear what I have to say, even if it's not political or Yang related this time. I'm gonna keep keeping on with those videos too. Mix it up. Thanks again.